Kevin, your former coach at BU, with whom you won a national championship with and played for in the AHL for Lake Erie, is now the head coach of the Rangers. What was your initial reaction when you heard the news?
I was stunned. I think when I saw his name kind of thrown in the hat for the job, it seemed like it was something that they just had to consider him. He's someone who deserved the consideration, but maybe it just wasn't the right time. And as it came down to the wire and you started to hear his name more and more, it was kind of a realization like, wow, this might happen. So the first time we saw each other today, it was, we just both smiled and laughed and couldn't really believe that we're seeing each other here at this stage, and he's going to be, my coach once again.
Tell us about your relationship with him. What was that like in college and in the AHL?
We had a very good relationship, kind of throughout, and I was always the, skilled player who came in his mind, we'll probably say, didn't want to work and didn't want to defend, and he did so much for me as a player in college and really turned me from a raw talent into a well-rounded player to be able to succeed at the next level. And I just remember that, is that he was so driven in developing players and coaching players that it meant a lot to me, and we've stayed in close contact over the last however many years it's been, and he's someone who's always reached out to me when maybe my game's not going well and had a couple of things to critique me on and let me know what he sees from his point of view, and we've always shared that relationship with each other, and it's going to be one that's going to be kind of reignited now.
You've followed the BU program closely since you played there. How would you say that you've seen Quinn grow as he's taken on other coaching jobs throughout the years?
Well, I think his having to transition from the AHL level, coaching professionals, where you have to be a little more hands-off, especially away from the rink, is something that can be tough when you're coming from an assistant role in college, and then to go back to BU and kind of jump back into it. It's tough as a head coach. You have to manage your players, and that's really what it comes down to. Now it's going to be a little different again, that he's not going to maybe have his hands on us when we leave the rink, but he's someone who I think is so committed to making sure that his players achieve their full potential, that no matter what level he's coached at, that's been his #1 goal, and that's what he's going to bring to the table here.
Speaking of that, why should fans get excited for what Quinn can bring to this Rangers team?
Well, he's someone who coaches a fast team. He wants his teams to play fast, whether it's coming out of the defensive zone, through the neutral zone, no matter where it is. He wants quick plays. He allows you to make plays. He doesn't want to take away your creativity. I think that's important, especially in this day and age. But one thing, he's a defenseman at heart, and he wants his teams to defend, and he wants them to defend hard. Doesn't matter what size you are, doesn't matter if you're a big burly defenseman or if you're someone small like me. He expects you to work your butt off, and I think that's something that I think you respect out of him. It's all he asks for is you to work hard, and when you do that, you have good results.
Well, it's clear that you guys have a really great relationship. So what can you tell us about him that we may not know?
Oh, wow. I want to start off on the right foot here with him. So, I think more than anything, he is someone who cares, and I think he's someone who's going to take a lot of pride in being here with the Rangers. I know he said that his favorite team growing up was the Bruins. We won't hold that against him, but now that he's a part of this family, he's going to pour his heart and soul into it, and I think it's great to have someone like that as your leader going forward.
Awesome, Kevin. Thank you so much.
Thank you.